All right, what's up, guys? I did not see a guide for this online. I've been seeing a lot of stuff, a lot of talk about how to farm radiant gems, but I haven't seen anyone lay this out very clearly. So I wanted to make a video. I'm not a normal content creator. You don't have to subscribe or anything. I just felt like I needed to put this out there. So one of the biggest problems I've been having is I need to be able to awaken my pals, and one of the biggest problems is the influx of radiant gems is very, very, very slow. Um, there are a few ways to improve this, and if you stack them all, I promise you, you can get a better, more consistent drop rate. So let's go over to our browser here, and I'm going to show you something. So one of the things that I found is that if we look at the partner skills database, partner skills are the little ability that your pals have. Some of them are mountable and give you the elemental damage type if you mount them. Well, some of them increase the drop rate of pals that you kill, and it's usually based on type. Now, this is important. You can go and farm this for electric pals. You can do this for ice pals. You can do this for dark pals. There's a bunch of ways to do this. Now, what I've done is if I go to this partner skills database, if I type pals drop 40 right here, I type pals drop 40, I can see all of the pals that increase drop rate based on type. If I want ice radiant gems, I grab a Phalaris. If I want dragon radiant gems, I grab a Cryolinx. If I want dark pal radiant gems, I grab an enchanted sword and a Elphadran. So there's a lot of different options here. Right now, we're going to focus on electric, which is Menacing and Menacing Terra. There's far more to this than just grabbing those pals. You can condense them, you can do a whole lot more, but let me show you what I've done. So first off, we've got the Menacing. He's fully condensed, meaning we've got 80% drop rate. We've got the Menacing Terra, fully condensed, 80% drop rate. It does not matter what their traits are. If you can swing one of these with Lavish Hospitality, that's great. I only have Lavish Hospitality on this Frostbloom. What is Lavish Hospitality? It is a trait that increases the dropped items you get by 100%. If you can stack it, awesome. If not, don't worry about it. You really want to get this Menacing Terra and this Menacing, and then if you can swing a Lavish Hospitality, great. Let's talk about Maraith. Maraith's passive partner skill says, while in party, all party pals' active skills cooldowns are reduced by 60% whenever you defeat an enemy. If you are on your mount and you use Meteor Rain and you kill 2 enemies, Meteor Rain's cooldown is immediately reset. Okay, so we are stacking drop rate with 3 of our pals, and then we are using our mount and Maraith to basically kill more efficiently. So let me show you what this looks like. If I am looking for electrical pals, there's really only one area in the entire world tree that's worthwhile, and that's the starting area. So I've seen people say to farm these for gems, but they never say how to do it efficiently. And I think that this is the way. So I just got 6 radiant gems. I got electrical organs, but you can also get holy water from these. So I'm going to loot. And if you want to watch the bottom of the screen when I kill this Grizzbolt, you see how the cooldown just jumps up? Now, let's go over here where there's a Mossanda and a Grizzbolt. I'm going to use Meteor Rain. Watch the cooldown. Instantly reset when they both die. I got Ancient Relics, I got Holy Water, and I got Electrical Radiant Gems. Next thing I wanted to talk about is drop rates. You would think that it's very clear. If you want Ice Radiant Gems, you would go to an Ice type. If you wanted Dark Radiant Gems, you would go to a Dark type. It's not that simple. These drop from very specific pals, and the drop rate is increased or decreased in certain circumstances. I wanted to go back to this and talk about some of these 100% drop rates that we're seeing. The other thing to look at here is that we have some pals that say 100%, and they say that the quantity is higher. that is to account for a lower overall abundance. So I can maybe farm 10 times the magics I can a single Celine. Or if you feel like you know where Celine is and you like hunting it more, obviously you should choose Celine. You just might see a lower abundance. It's kind of your choice at that point, whether you want to farm a more common, more abundant pal or something that has less abundant, less common spawns, but a more consistent drop rate. Your choice. There are good ways and bad ways to farm this, and one of the best ways I've seen is to pick pals that are one, very visible. So don't go for a lumen because it's in a cave, it's colored black. You're going to have a hard time seeing it, and on top of that, the cave is filled with landmines in the sky. So I chose Magics, and I think that this is going to illustrate one of my points very well. So if I come back to the game here, we're going to go for a Magics, and to get Dark Radiant Gems, we want an Elphadran and an Enchanted Sword. So let's go back to game, and we're going to get this setup going. All right, so we're going to replace the Menacing with an Elphadran, and we're going to replace the Menacing Terra with the Enchanted Sword. And now, if we look at our partner skills, you can see Elphadran is increasing Dart Pal drop rates by 80%. Enchanted Sword is increasing them by 80% more. Now, one thing that I'm unclear about is whether or not this does not stack means with other enchanted swords. Because you can see Amicable Holy Dragon is its own skill. It says it doesn't stack, but does that mean it doesn't stack with itself or it doesn't stack with an enchanted sword? That's what we're not sure about. All right, so now we're going to go to where magic spawns, and this should help us understand how spawn rates work. When you're flying around this area, you're looking for magics. There's one right there. I kill it. You can see it drops a couple radiant gems. Good. Awesome. There's another one right here. But sometimes you're not going to be so lucky. There might not be a magic spawn, and you're going to notice like really inconsistent spawn rates. Sometimes they're all over the place, and sometimes you can't find them for the life of you. How this works, every single pal you see can be any other pal that spawns in the area. So yeah, I'm getting a couple magics here. I'm getting a couple Vesuva. But every Vesuva has the potential to be a magic. So I don't want to just hunt these guys. I want to hunt these guys too. The reason being, they will not respawn as a magix if they just linger forever. So it's not just a case of killing the target pal. It's also a case of killing the other pals that are in the area taking up a spawn slot. So I'm killing these Flarkles, I'm killing these, or sorry, Flarkles. Flaricles. I'm killing the Flaricles and the Vesuvas, not just the Magics. And that sort of applies to any farm you do, really. If you just let a spawn sit around as a Vesuva, it will remain a Vesuva every time you fly over it. But if you kill it, every time you walk by, it's another reroll to a Magix, or a potential reroll, you know? So, I think that's all I've got. Hopefully that helps, and good luck. Have fun. See ya.